Replica is a low latency, real-time distributed network.
So traditional networking solutions rely heavily on the operating system and the CPU inside the computer system. So Replica does not have that same requirement because it's based on top of RDMA technologies. And what RDMA technologies do is it allows direct communication between the NIC, the network interface card, and the CPU's memory. So it completely skips the entire operating system, say the TCP stack or the networking stack, by communicating directly to the CPU memory. Then the CPU has access to that data, whether it's a transmit or a receive. It directly interacts in memory, and so there's no CPU overhead of having to read other memory locations through other network interfaces.
Well, if you've gotten to the point where you have to distribute your nodes, or you need multiple computers to solve your problems, Replica can step in and help there. In the past, they've had custom solutions that people would come up with using FPGAs, but that's reinventing the wheel every time. They're usually not very scalable, they're not that flexible, and everybody's doing it differently. With Replica, it will solve that problem, and in addition to that, it's based on the Linux OS, multiple versions of it. You can use Replica across different platforms. So if you've got a hill by one manufacturer and a hill by another, in theory, Replica could allow them to communicate instead of the proprietary way in which certain platforms do it internally. Aerospace has been using reflective memory for this type of things, but it's getting to the point where that's no longer keeping up with the speeds and demands of aircrafts. So certainly the aerospace, but really anybody that is doing computations in distributed nodes where they need to share that information from one node to the next in a real-time synchronized way can take advantage.
So in avionics, there's the concept of things like an iron bird, where you have multiple systems laid out to emulate an entire aircraft. Well, those sensors and those actuators need to be connected through a deterministic network. And I think this is an ideal place where you can do the concept of a hill within a hill. You've got an actuator that has its own little hill system over here, but you have an entire aircraft that you need to emulate. And so Replica can actually connect all of these separate distributed hills together in a real-time, low-latency deterministic fashion.